What we used to do is we used to storyboard this, shot by shot. I'd sit down with Peter and we'd draw each shot.
The interesting thing about previs on Kong, compared to Lord of the Rings particularly, was that there were no storyboards. And when we started off, there was no script. It was pretty much floating free.
The first one we did, for example, was the ending sequence, because Peter knew right off the bat that needed to be in the film. And even before they had finished the script, you knew kind of what the story was.
Then we started doing the three-way T-Rex fight. And that was before we actually had a script too.
Peter was very busy with Return of the King, so he kind of sat us down and said, look, I'm going to go away for a month. Why don't you guys just come up with some ideas and just you know, free reign, whatever you guys can come up with in a month. I'll come back and look at it and we'll just see where we're at. So you guys just go and have an experiment. And we were just like, oh my God, this is going to be great.
It was just a case of exploring all the possibilities and making it as dynamic and as exciting as we possibly could.
It's been really, really exciting to come up with all this stuff. I mean, whether or not any of it gets used is irrelevant, really. It's just sort of put it in the creative pot and see what happens.
The way that previs worked was that we would go into a 3D scene, we'd develop a choreography of the scene, and then show that to Peter from a big, wide, high view.
Once that was worked out, just what the action was, then the previs guys would go in with different cameras and cover it.
Like a shoot crew does on an action scene where you just stick cameras everywhere and just see what you get, as well as trying to also have choreographed cameras that are working out specific parts of the story.
We're just sort of supplying him with camera coverage, and then, you know, once he's got that, he'll start editing it together. And it's his way of, you know, directing the scene and editing it before he even has to go shoot anything.
Previs on Kong was kind of unique in that the people who were doing the previs were the animation supervisors and the animation leads who then took the shots in the previs through to final animation.
I think it's got to be probably one of the most important things, because the previs was going to become the blueprint for the shot, and you need to have strong animation because you need all this weight and physics and performance to be there from the get-go.
But when we had to animate human beings, it was actually much quicker for us to capture the performances on the motion capture stage than it was for animators to actually animate them.
Feel like some kind of circus strongman.
I ended up, you know, dressing up in the motion capture suits and spending quite a few days on the mocap stage with Christian and with Eric.
I'm actually wearing Andy Serkis's old Gollum motion capture suit, which I don't think has been washed since Andy was in it last. It certainly doesn't smell that way anyway.
You look like a real twit wearing these suits.
Here we go.
It was a chance for Pete to really, you know, get his head around the physical logistics of those scenes as well.
You'll just come and...
Pete always wanted to play denim, though.
Pete's playing denim, and he's being attacked by all these giant wetters that are jumping at him, so we get to throw pillows at him.
And he was going absolutely bonkers. That was great. It was a really fun day to be down there.
God, I got so exhausted I was nearly throwing up.
God, I hope that Jake Black can do it, because it's certainly killing me.
You know, it was kind of fun because we worked up a lot of the gags on the previous stage.